Good morning, children. I'm your history teacher, Ma'am Asha Singh, and today I'm going to teach you chapter number 2, and that is the Age of Revolution. And under this topic, under this chapter, I shall first take up the American War of Independence. And let me tell you, children, the American War of Independence, it was the first ever organized movement in history in which people asserted their right to rule themselves. It led to some major changes, and the most important being the birth of United States of America. Children, after the discovery of America, people from European countries, especially from England, they started coming to America and they settled down in these 13 colonies. You can just see here the names Georgia, South Carolina, North Carolina, Virginia, Pennsylvania, and there are so many others. They were all together 13 colonies. And this is the east part of United States of America. Each colony here had a governor, and the governor was appointed by the British government. In his work, he was assisted or helped by the local council, and the representatives of the local council were elected by the people living in the colony. So in this way, altogether there were 13 colonies. And now I shall, children, tell you the causes of the American War of Independence. So as I told you, children, that each colony was controlled by a governor who was appointed by the British government. So he was only interested in the interest of the British, not in the interest of the people living in the colonies. So differences started between the two. The first major cause of the American War of Independence was economic cause. The colonies were forbidden to use non-British ships for trading purpose. Second is, they could not trade with the countries of their choice. That means the British, they compelled the colonies to trade only with England and not with any other country. And for trading purpose, if they needed a ship, it should be only British ship. They could not set up industries which would compete with the industries of England like steel and iron industries. And the colonies could not set up important industries like steel and iron. Only England has monopoly over these two. Fourth, they had no representation in the British Parliament. So the colonies, they did not have any representation. They had no member in the British Parliament to represent themselves. Products such as tobacco, sugar and cotton could be exported only to England, and that too prices fixed by the British government. So all the raw materials the colonies were supposed to export to England and to no other country. Even if they had to import things, they had to only import from England. Now children, another major cause was the Stamp Act. In 1765, the British Parliament passed the Stamp Act, which made a fixation of stamps on all documents compulsory. The colonies refused to pay the tax on the ground that they had no representation in the British Parliament. They adopted the slogan, "No taxation without representation." Under pressure, the British government repealed the Stamp Act. Now, during that time, England had war with many European countries. So in order to compensate, war needed lots of money. So the British, they started imposing taxes on the people living in the colonies. And one of the major tax was stamp tax, which the people refused under the ground that they had no representation in the British Parliament. So the British had no right to impose tax upon them. The famous slogan that they adopted during this time was, "No taxation without representation." So under pressure, the British government has to take back this act. Next is, children, Boston Tea Party. In 17 73. The British government imposed tax on tea to assert its right to levy taxes. Now, the King of England, George III, he got very angry because the Stamp Act was criticized by the people of the colonies. So in order to show that he had a right to impose taxes on the colony, he imposed tax on tea. This decision of the government was severely criticized by the colonies. In 1773 in Boston, a group of people disguised as native Indian raided British ships and dumped the crates of tea into the sea. This incident is known as the Boston Tea Party. This sparked the American War of Independence. In order to protest against this tax on the tea, what the people do at night, some of the people, they dress themselves as Red Indians or native Indians. They went to the harbor of Boston and they picked up tea bags and threw all of them into the sea. And this incident is called the Boston Tea Party. And this was the beginning of American War of Independence. Children, next reason is the role of American philosophers. The colonists were inspired in their struggle by the writings of philosophers like John Locke, John Milton, John Harrington, and Thomas Paine. All these philosophers, in their writings, they said that all men are born equal and every man had a right to earn his living the way he wants. So people were inspired by their writing and they were ready to revolt against the British. Now children, next is the course of war. Course of war means how the war started and how the war was fought. In 1774, the representative of 13 colonies met at Philadelphia. They requested King George III, the British ruler, to end the restriction on trade, but he did not pay any attention to them. Now, the representatives of the 13 colonies, they met at Philadelphia and they requested the ruler of England, he was King George III, to end the restriction on trade and also not to impose further taxes on them. But the king did not pay any attention to them. He did not listen to them. In fact, he became very angry with the colonies. On 4th July 1776, the representatives of all the colonies met once again in Philadelphia and adopted the Declaration of Independence, a document drafted by Thomas Jefferson. It stated that all men are equal and they have certain basic rights. Right to life. Right to life means, children, that they have a right to live their life as they want. Right to liberty, that they have basic freedoms. Children, in our constitution also, we have got near about 6 rights. Right to liberty, right to equality, right to religion, right to freedom, and there are others also. And then next is pursuit of happiness. That is, the people have a right to be happy. The War of Independence started between the colonies and England. The colonies were led by George Washington and the war ended in 1781 with colonies emerging victorious. A series of war was fought between the colonies and England, and finally, under the leadership of George Washington, the colony emerged as victorious. Birth of United States of America. In 1783, the British government and the colonies signed the Treaty of Paris. After the war came to an end, a treaty was signed between the colonies and the British government. And according to this Treaty of Paris, the British recognized the independence of the 13 colonies. The colonies united themselves to form the United States of America. And all these 13 colonies, they put themselves together to form a new country, and that came to be known as United States of America. A constitution was drafted which declared the USA a republic. Then Bill of Rights is a very important part of American Constitution. It says, Bill of Rights is an important part of the American Constitution. It guarantees American citizens right to freedom of speech, religion and justice. Children, that's all for today. Your homework is read the notes and learn about American War of Independence. Thank you very much for listening to me patiently.